And if I were in that meeting, I'd be in the back like, time out, bud, time out.
What's good, everybody? I'm Johnny Danger.
I'm Jesse Wheeler.
And we are the Dangerous Dudes. Beer time.
So it's time to put all the Christmas away. I put my Christmas decorations away yesterday.
Yeah.
Christmas is in the rearview mirror, but we got one last vestige of Christmas left. The Southern Tier 2Xmas.
Yeah.
Spiced double ale.
It's been far too long since we've enjoyed this.
We're going to give a nice review of this. For anybody who likes, I love holiday beers.
Yeah.
The spiced. A lot of people don't, but I love it. This is a nice ale. It packs a punch. What is it, like 8%
Mm-hmm.
8.0.
Yeah, but it's got that strength. It's got that muscle.
Right.
But it also knows how to cuddle.
You want your winter beer to have some muscle. Yeah. I don't like the wimpy ones. I like, well, except for Winter Lager by Sam Adams, but which, by the way, Sam Adams did something weird this year with the Winter Lager where they pushed the Winter White on all the bars.
What the hell?
So it's like, the Winter White's a good beer.
Where is the Winter Lager?
It's not Winter Lager. It's like, it was in the 12 packs at the store. I haven't yet to come across it on draft anywhere, which is like a crime against humanity.
They're holding it off for this
what
winter?
Are they going to save it for? Like
Cold
February?
Snap's coming.
Cold Snap's on its way.
Come on,
like,
Sam.
I don't understand that strategy is a failing one.
Why do people overthink something that works so well?
Oh, don't get me started on that. Like, I would love to be in the marketing meeting where like you've got some young, new, up and coming executive marketing guy at Sam Adams. Like, guys, I got this great idea. You know, we're getting kind of stale on the Winter Lager. Let's introduce this new Winter White, and we'll make all the bars take a keg of that first, you know, along with the Winter Lager. And he must have been savvy enough to get the rest of the group to buy into that. And if I were in that meeting, I'd be in the back like, time out, bud, time out.
Why are we doing this?
Right.
Like, didn't we learn a lesson from Coca-Cola?
Right.
With New Coke? They realized they made a huge mistake.
Yeah. And they dialed it back.
They ate it.
Right.
And they did a 180.
I'm expecting a press release from Sam Adams with like a public apology in the New York Times. Like, we're sorry. We let Jerry and marketing talk us into this. We realize it was a mistake. We're going to send everybody who had Winter White like a free coupon for a draft Winter Lager at the local pub. That would be the right thing to do.
And a t-shirt. But we're going to scale this one from what? 1 to 5? That's our score. Honest review.
2Xmas.
I'll let you have a sip and score. Do a sip and score.
4.0.
4.3.
Whoa, that's high.
4.3. It's hitting me just right tonight. It packs a punch.
Yeah, it feels just right.
It's like Christmas in a can. Highly recommend from the dudes.
All right, so in our 2025 year in review episode, we kind of teased, we talked about the Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua fight, where we joked about, you know, Jake Paul got $90 million to get like his face smashed.
Yeah.
And that pretty much anybody would do that for $90 million. I know I would.
Yeah.
And we started teasing, well, what would your number be? And so I came up, this is a game that, you know, my friends and I used to play when we were kids. Like, well, either would you rather, or how much would it take for you to do something disgusting or crazy or weird? And you can only imagine like
adolescent boys,
juvenile ideas that come from adolescent boys. But I got some that are not quite NSFW that I thought you and I could go through. Well, I'm going to start with.
All right, full disclosure, I've not seen these.
Yeah, these are all.
I'd rather be surprised.
So this
real-time reaction.
The first one kind of, you know, plays off of what we were just talking about with Jake Paul.
Mm-hmm.
How much money would it take for you to take a punch from Mike Tyson in his prime, like the Hangover style? Now, not only do you have to pick the dollar amount, but you have to pick face, haymaker to the face, haymaker to the gut. Right. Can you imagine?
Right.
Or haymaker to the lower midsection.
Like a rabbit punch?
Yeah, lower midsection, you know, like below the low blow.
Below the equator?
Yeah, low blow, like a penalty shot.
You might ring the bell?
Yeah.
Ring the bell for notifications. Okay, so it's Mike Tyson, haymaker, heyday.
Yeah, I mean, we've all seen the Mike Tyson's Greatest Hits videos.
Incredible.
Like an unblocked Mike Tyson uppercut to the face, you're out.
Roll the tape.
Knockout. A left hook, a la Frazier. And down goes Richard.
That left hook just caught him and sent him right to the canvas.
23-pound weight advantage, and he put it all there.
The right to the head, and it's all over. Goodbye.
I hope he's not hurt because that was a brutal, wide-open punch.
You're out cold. I mean, there are some amazing videos of him just absolutely knocking people's heads off. I love watching them.
They're incredible.
Like if you got offered, like Mike Tyson wants to do this,
yeah,
what's your number? It's obviously 90 million. We say yes.
Yeah, we got to be
like, you got to be realistic. How about like 90 grand?
Okay. So chances are you're gonna have to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to go get checked out.
You definitely have some sort of concussion if it's in the face.
Right. If you take it in the midsection, you might have some cracked cartilage
and
some bones.
If you've ever been hit in the stomach hard, or like gotten the wind knocked out of you, like getting I've seen some really funny boxing and UFC matches where there's a really great direct shot to the midsection, to the ribs, and guys can be knocked out from that.
Well, it doesn't take much to knock me over because I have mobility issues. So like you can just imagine how much my body would just crumple up like paper mache. So got to be realistic here though. Like 100,000 sounds pretty nice. Now, then it begs the question, well, if you would take 100,000, you mean you wouldn't take 95,000? So you got to be honest.
Almost 5,000.
5,000.
I would not.
I don't think I would do it for $5,000.
I wouldn't do it for $5,000. And
because it sounds fun, you get to meet Mike Tyson, right
like
before
$5,000,
he ruins parts of you.
Enough to get like smashed. So I can tell you, as far as body region, low blow is my last choice. You're never taking that. You're never coming back from that.
Well, you're done having kids.
I'm done having kids, but like, I feel like
you kind of want to use it
there
still
the rest of your life. Like it would never go away.
You'd have ghost pain.
And so a punch to the gut, I just don't love the idea. So as crazy as it seems, I feel like I go with punch the face first.
Have you ever boxed before?
Oh, yeah.
With the gloves.
Mm-hmm.
So do you remember getting hit in the face and it felt good?
It definitely didn't feel good.
Okay. No. So that's when you know you have a concussion.
Right. Yeah.
Is when you take a shot to the face and it feels good.
Yeah, I've been hit in the face without boxing gloves.
Right. Okay. I have too. Yeah, I have too. That was not pleasant.
No.
So he's wearing gloves.
Yes, he has to be wearing gloves. So it's like fighting him in a ring, but he gets like one haymaker where you're just, which
I'm going to say,
even if you were boxing him, it's not like we're like Mike Tyson in his heyday.
No, you're just taking
quicker than a cat. Like you're not going to be able to respond to it. He's going to hit you so fast that you're out.
Well, yeah, I'm not fighting back.
Right. Even if you were, even if it was like the thing was 90 grand to box Mike Tyson. It's like, it doesn't matter.
Well, in my world, that doesn't
Even I would be like knocked out, especially at this age.
So I'm going to go 10 grand to the face.
10 grand, huh?
10 grand to the face. Well, 10 grand would be nice.
Yeah, it's a nice chunk of money.
$10,000 just for like taking a punch to the face. Now, hopefully he has a little sympathy.
Yeah.
With me. It's like, this guy,
I don't know.
I don't want to kill him.
Right.
And I'm definitely not going to be talking smack.
Right. You're like, Mike, Johnny was insulting your pigeon collection.
Don't say shit about his pigeons.
Right, I know.
So, yeah, 10 grand to the face.
I think I might pay 10 grand just to see that. Like, that's wild.
You'd be funding it? Hit him harder.
So, all right, number 2. How much money would it take for you to listen to an entire Kid Rock album without interruption? That's just a joke. I waited for you to drink the beer. That's a joke.
Oh,
I would just say for
you
me, it'd
suck.
be at least $100.
Yeah, it's got 3 digits. I'm not doing it for anything under $100.
No, for sure.
Only God knows why.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this next one, I have a funny story to go with it.
All right.
When I was a kid, I was probably about 13. My brother and my dad played this prank on me where we had a cat that jumped up on the dining room table. It was just the 3 of us, and they had planned this beforehand, obviously. So the cat jumps up on the table, and I walk in the room, and I didn't notice that they were like giggling and getting all ready to play this prank on me. So they had taken one of those like cheap little Debbie brownies and rolled it up so that it looked like a piece of animal poop.
Okay.
So like they put that on the table and they put the cat right next to it, and they waited for me to come in the room, and they're like, "Oh my God, Coco, what is wrong with you? Like, Jesse, look at, she just pooped on the table." And I was like, "Oh, it looked real." I was like, "Oh, that's so gross." And my dad takes out $5 and gives it to Adam, and he said, "I'll give you $5 to eat a piece of it." And Adam takes a piece and eats it. And so at the whole time I'm thinking it's real, and I start to like gag. I'm like, "What is wrong with you? $5?" Even then as a kid, you're like, "What the hell?" And then they laughed and told me that it was a brownie, and it was funny. It was like, it was something.
How old?
I think I was like 13, 14. Adam would have been 11. We just got a kick out of it, and we always laughed about it since. But the real question is, if that was a real piece of cat shit,
Yeah.
how much would it take for you to eat it?
All right. So,
You've smelled it before. Sterling's fresh
I have
poops would they could knock you out like a Mike Tyson punch. They were ripe.
I have a dog and I have 2 cats.
Yeah, your dog
And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'll take the cat over the dog any day of the week.
Yeah, Lilo's poops are like ours.
Right. Like I want no parts of that elephant dung.
That's gonna take like a spoon, like a hot fudge
Oh my
sundae.
God. So here's the main question. The rebut I have is it fresh or is it dry?
Fresh. It's got steam coming from it.
Oh my God. That's a tough one. Cat shit.
And like, even if you got like $1 million, so let's just say there was some like rich asshole that came forward, is like, "I'm going to give you $1 million right now to do it," which most of us would be like, "All right, I'm going to at least give it a shot." Right.
Yeah.
$1 million. And so
could you do it?
Could you keep it down? I don't think you could. You would get it just touching, it would touch your mouth and you would start puking.
No, I'm not going to say $1 million. Like
Right.
$1 million. Like,
what's the number that you would at least consider trying? It's got to be more than 10 grand.
yeah, it's probably in that. I think it's
6
in
figures.
I was honestly
50?
thinking like in the 50 grand
Yeah.
range. But again, that begs the question, if you're going to do it for 50, you wouldn't do it for 49.
45, yeah. So
yeah, just for the intents of
the trick to
whatever
that,
this is.
right. The trick to that, wouldn't it be funny if some like rich billionaire was watching this and decided,
like,
guys, I want to do this show where
All right,
we
boys.
actually have you guys do it. He
Yeah.
shows up with Mike Tyson and a cat to take a shit.
Or a cat named Mike Tyson.
Exactly. We actually had a cat named Tyson.
Cool.
So the trouble to this conversation is, if you do it and you get the 45K and 50K in cash, but you get it down, you get it in your mouth, but then you immediately vomit. You don't hold it down, so you don't get the money, but you've now put that in your mouth, and you're never going to be able to wipe that out of your brain. You're scarred for life. That's something you never go back from. You never forget what that tastes like.
And if you're doing it like, with cameras on,
Yeah.
you're always going to be known as that dude. Aren't you
guy who
that
tried-
dude?
Aren't you the dude?
Yeah. Aren't
you
you?
the cat
Hey,
dude?
you're the,
Yeah.
instead of the dangerous
You're the
dude,
Mike Tyson cat dude.
you'd be the cat
Yeah.
shit dude. So do you want that ignominy?
Yeah. So it's funny to think about. For me, it starts at 6 figures. I don't even know that I could do it. Like, just the idea of a steaming piece of cat poop.
Because dried
Dog.
up cat poop is literally just
Yeah.
it's cornmeal.
The white cat poop, like, remember from Step Brothers, they have the white the white dog poop. Like, you'd have to like plug your nose and like try to swallow it real quick. It's like taking medicine when you're a kid. So
Oh my
that's-
God.
that is
I was
ridiculous.
not expecting that question. But
The last one
Here
is
we are.
something similar. I can remember. You ever watch the show Survivor?
Mhm.
So they always
isn't that
have.
still on?
It is. It's like season 58 or something like that. And I watched it at the very beginning.
Is it the same host?
It is. Yeah, that
Is
guy's
that
made
Jeff Probst?
Yeah, he's made.
How I
bank.
know that.
He's got he must have some kind of equity arrangement with it because
He probably has an equity
made
firm now.
Yeah, he's made a fortune.
Private equity firm.
So I watched the first 2 seasons when it first came out. It was fun. And then I started watching it a few years ago with Jennifer again. We got into it, but they always have a challenge where they have to eat gross shit.
Or shit.
Like literally stuff like that. And it's usually some sort of something that might be indigenous to the area that they're in. So I remember it was like the first or second season, they get to this point where people are starting to feel the heat and the suffering of being out there. They're wearing down mentally, and they spring the food challenge on them, where if you eat this stuff, you both can win the challenge, but also there's this reward where they have a plate full of pizza and margaritas and stuff that people, when you've been eating leaves for a week
and bugs,
you are so hungry, but something that's really delicious, you'll literally do anything.
Yeah.
And so I remember the challenge was, it was a drink that was indigenous to this African island. It was a mixture of some random cattle blood and milk. And they mixed it up and showed you. And everybody who tried to drink it was barfing. Nobody could get it down. And I remember I was still married at the time. And Tanya and I were watching it, and she almost started barfing just from watching it. Because it was the most, watching the people, nobody could get it down. And some people were like, I don't care if I go home. I've made it this far, but I don't care if I go home because this is I literally can't do it. I can't even look at it. It was one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen in my life. So I always think about that. If I was on Survivor, would I be I'm out and just leave?
Well, you wouldn't win.
I would never win.
You're a good dude and everything. You're a law-abiding citizen. You're relatively tall. You have good hygiene. You're not a survivor.
It would
not
get
in that
wet.
kind of
It would
way.
be rainy and wet, and I'd be sleeping.
I think you'd be out once the idea of shared bathrooms was raised.
Yeah.
You're like,
I'd be like. Plus, I would.
You can just leave me on the tarmac.
I would get sick of people's crap really quick and be like, I
think you would be good at taking the lead and having better strategies for things that are smarter to do than what they're suggesting you do as far as the challenge goes. Guys, I think that there's might be a better way to do this. I think you'd excel in that, but in terms of all the closeness and the disgusting aspects of it,
they all have to sleep on top of each other because it's so cold.
Yeah, you'd be out.
I'm out.
You would never survive that. All right, guys. Well, that was a fun way to start the new year for sure. Cheers.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Like, share, and subscribe. Let us know your number for any of those things. We're interested to hear it. Whoever's going to do it for $20, you might be on the show.
Yeah, we need to talk.
Yeah,
if that's the case.
Right.
We'll see you guys next week. Cheers.